We need to talk about this new film that has launched this week. It's telling the stories of families across the West Midlands who are caring for children with life-limiting and life-threatening conditions. It's called Stronger Together. It's got 12 families in it who rely on care from Acorns Children's Hospice.
You'll never forget that moment. The diagnosis. Everything stops. But there is light. There is life. Acorns Children's Hospice is here for you. To lean on, to rely on, for guidance and support. And everything else in between. It's not the journey you imagined, but we are with you every step of the way. Of course, hearts can break, but you'll never be alone. In this playground for artists, athletes, musicians and explorers, lasting friendships are made. Together, we are stronger.
Matt Bullock is the Chief Operating Officer at Acorns and is with me now on the show. Morning, Matt.
Good morning, Rakeem.
Why did you want to put this film out?
I think it's really important that we continue to raise the profile of Acorns, who are very well known across the West Midlands and well supported. But I think the key message here is that by being stronger together really means that Acorns needs the continual help and support of the community across the West Midlands in order to deliver the care to the children and families that we're there to support. And whether that's through, generally supporting through donations, whether that's giving the gift of time to volunteer at one of our events or in one of our hospices or indeed in one of our retail shops, all of that makes a significant and massive difference to how, as a charity, Acorns can continue to provide that care into the future.
What are you hoping people are going to be able to take away from this?
I think there's two key messages, really, that we'd love for people to take away. Firstly, that our children's hospices and indeed hospices across the UK are not necessarily the sad places that people maybe expect them to be. And indeed, it's certainly in our children's hospices, we have children who come in and have a great deal of fun and find moments of joy with their families, knowing that they've got the support and care wrapped around them to be able to do things that they maybe otherwise wouldn't have access to. And I think the second piece there is really this piece around Stronger Together. We exist to support the community across the West Midlands, and Acorns is there for everybody and every child who needs us. And that's only possible, though, with the support that we most generously already receive from the community. But of course, our ambition is always to be able to do more and to help more children, more families, and have a greater impact to help those families with what is often the most difficult thing they'll ever have to go through.
Well, this film comes at a really timely place right now, it being Children's Hospice Week as well. But you've mentioned this word community. So how important is the community for Acorns' future?
I believe the community is critical. The community often responds fantastically when we ask for their help and assistance, when we've had campaigns, for example, when we ran the Save the Black Country Hospice appeal, and then more recently when we ran the Room to Grow appeal, which was effectively bringing our hospice up to date in the Black Country. And I think the message behind everything that we're trying to do here is that we, as a charity, are reliant on community to raise funds, to provide resource, to be able to have a greater impact. And so therefore, community is absolutely everything. I think the other side to that is as well that we have worked very hard to build trust and make sure that we're present in communities and the most diverse communities across the West Midlands. And that's something we're very proud of because we want our hospices and our services to be open and accessible to absolutely everybody who needs them. So communities are really key to helping us, A, get the message out there, and even if it's just watching the film and understanding what we do and maybe sharing it on social media or passing that message on to somebody that you happen to be talking to in the queue whilst you're waiting for a coffee, or when you go to work, just helping to bust some of the myths around children's hospices and what we do.
Well, I know a lot of people are really going to be impacted by this. Just not only you showing the experiences of these 12 families who really need Acorns Children's Hospice, but just by anyone who might be impacted by some of the things that you're able to help families with right now. So I want to thank you, Matt, so much for joining me on the show today, of course.